Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. So I first want to start off by saying that I hope you all had an amazing weekend. Happy Monday. Today I am going to be doing a super cute Disney princess themed nail set. Super excited for this one. I've been wanting to use these stickers so badly. But I'm first going to go ahead and start off with using the Bellavina Jelly Tip Liquids. These are their liquids to help your nails last a lot longer when you are doing like the Gel X method of nails when you apply the nail tip. So I'm just going to be talking about some tips and tricks to help your nails last a lot longer. For video purposes, I do apply a peel-off base coat. But if you do follow these steps and have a good prep routine, you can get these nails to last 3 to 6 weeks, which is amazing. So I'm starting here by taking my cuticle pusher and just gently pressing back my cuticles. It is very important to do this gently, but it is also very important to do this step. That way you can remove that dead cuticle from your nail plate. The next thing, I am taking my Bellavina Professional E-File. I love this E-File so much. It is amazing quality and super pretty. I love it. And I do have a discount code for this e-file if you are looking for a new e-file or just want to pick up this one. I have the discount code Brandy50 where you can save 50% off this amazing e-file. So check the description box if you are interested in that. But I'm just using a fine grit sanding band and I'm taking this on a very low speed. When you are working on your natural nails, you do want to keep a speed of around 3,000, 4,000, maybe even 5,000 RPM. You don't want to go any higher than that because you can then risk damaging your nail plate. So just make sure you are keeping it on a low speed. Another important thing is using a fine grit sanding band. That way the grit is a lot lower than a rougher sanding band. But I'm just taking this and removing the shine from my natural nails. Again, doing this very gently. You will just want to remove the shine, and this will help so your nail has a rougher surface. So when you go in with your product, it will have that rough surface to where it will have a better adhesion. I'm then taking my dust brush to remove all of the extra dust. I just don't like having dust all over me, so you could do all your filing, then remove the dust, but personal preference for me, I like to remove all of the dust. Here I'm now taking a cuticle ball bit. You can do this in reversed order, like you could clean up your cuticles first and then take your fine grit sanding band. That is normally what I do, but I think today I was like a little bit confused here of what I was working with and just went in with the fine grit sanding band first. But now that I'm taking this cuticle ball bit, I'm just taking this and going around the cuticle area of the nails, again on that very low speed of 4,000 RPMs. And I'm just using this around my cuticle to clean up any of that dead cuticle. This really helps to further remove that cuticle, because if you have that cuticle on your nail plate, that can cause lifting and will make your nail sets not last as long. So I find this step very important. I also really love using this ball bit. Then again, I'm making sure to remove all of that dust. That way that does not interfere with my liquids. I'm then starting off with my protein bond. I'm going to be applying this to all of the nails. This protein bond acts as a dehydrator and removes any of your natural oils from your nail plate. And if you do not have these liquids, a good alternative for these is definitely using rubbing alcohol. You can take some rubbing alcohol, put it on a lint-free wipe, and just wipe it over your nails, and that will also help to remove any of your natural oils from your nail plate. These liquids do dry on their own, so you will take the protein bond, let it completely dry, and then we will be going in with our adhesive primer. Applying the adhesive primer to your nails will allow the product to grip better to your nails, preventing lifting, and of course making your nail sets last a lot longer. If you do experience a lot of lifting in your nail sets, I recommend trying to apply 2 coats of this, letting the first coat dry and then applying that second coat, and that could definitely help your manicures not lift and cause them to last a lot longer. It is very important to do these steps because it definitely, in the long run, you will come out with a nail set lasting 3 to 6 weeks, and that is everybody's goal, of course. So now we are going to be applying our base coat. You can use the press-on glue gel, which is included in this set, or you can also just use a base coat. I'm using the Bellavina base coat, which is included in all of their polygel kits. You can check the description box for my favorite polygel kit. I always have it listed down there, but all of their polygel kits do include this base coat, and I'm just applying a thin layer of this to all of the nails, and then this product will need to be cured under a UV LED nail lamp. So after I have that applied to all of the nails, I did go ahead and cure for 30 to 60 seconds. Now I'm going to be applying my nail tips. I'm using these 3XL full cover coffin nail tips. Here is how they fit. I just wanted to show this to model how your nail tips should be fitting from sidewall to sidewall. Another pro tip is if the nail tip fits you from sidewall to sidewall but is a little wonky around your cuticle area, you can take a file and file around the cuticle to have it be that perfect match for your cuticle. That way you can customize your nail tips a little bit, and in the end they will look a lot better and not so wonky around your cuticle. Another pro tip here, which can be very important in making your nail sets last a lot longer, is taking your e-file with a sanding band, or really you can use any drill bit, and just going in there and around the nail bed area. You want to rough that up and create a etched surface. I know a lot of people do this and it really helps. I'm just doing it on this model nail just to show what I mean. But for the rest of the nails, I did not do it with, just because I did apply a peel off base coat and I do not want my nails to last 3 to 6 weeks. But if you do want your nails to last 3 to 6 weeks, this step is very important and I definitely recommend doing it because it can really help your nail tip last a lot longer. And if you etch it, it will have a better chance of lasting long versus keeping it that shiny nail tip. So I feel that is a very important step. But for video purposes, again, I'm just going to be keeping my nail tips as is. I'm going to be using the Bellavina mini lamp and also the press-on glue gel. I really love this press-on glue gel and the mini lamp. It is super easy to use and just so quick and easy to have a extension on your nails. This is my favorite way to apply extensions now that I have learned this method, just because it is absolutely quick and easy once you get the hang of things. So I am taking that press-on glue gel and applying it to the cuticle area and further up. So basically what I'm doing is painting the nail where my natural nail is going to be on the nail tip. I have found that doing it this way versus just globbing it on at the cuticle area makes things a lot more easier and doesn't leave much spilling. So I find it a lot easier to apply the press-on glue gel to the surface where your natural nail is going to be versus just applying it to the cuticle area. If you do have a lot of products spilling out when you do this method, I recommend giving it a try doing it this way because it has really helped me with spillage, and honestly, I like doing it this way a lot better. When you apply the nail tip to your natural nail, you will want to kind of go at a 45-degree angle, starting at your cuticle area and slowly lowering it down, releasing all of those bubbles and air pockets. You do not want to have any bubbles or air pockets in your manicure when you are doing it this way, because that can cause junk to get under there and water trapped, and that can cause disgusting things growing under your nail, and that's just not good. So try to make sure all of those air pockets and bubbles are out of your nail and the full nail surface is filled in with that press-on glue gel. Then you will place it under the nail lamp, making sure to keep a hold of the nail. And I like to do a quick little flash cure until I feel the nail suction on my nail. And then once I do have all of the nails on, that's when I will go in with my full cure of 60 seconds to all of the nails. After you have all of the nails applied and the full cure, here is how mine are looking. I like to go in with a little bit of filing. I take my hand file and shape the free edge of the nail just to remove this little plastic piece right here. I find that very awkward and annoying, especially when people leave that on and do their nail sets like it's supposed to be there. Just definitely quickly take that hand file and file that off of there. That way you can get a nice straight free edge. The next thing I like to do is come back with that cuticle ball bit in my e-file, again keeping it on a low speed of around 5,000 RPM. And I'm going to be taking this around the cuticle area of the nail to remove any of that spillage that may have been caused from the press-on glue gel. And also, if you don't have any spillage, I still recommend doing this step because you can seal in your cuticle. And once you apply your product to the nails, your cuticle area will look a lot more professionally done versus that press-on vibe. Like, I just love doing this because I feel like once I seal that cuticle in, I file around that cuticle and then I apply my product. I just think the nails turn out so much better and look a lot more professionally done versus like that press-on vibe. If you guys have worn press-ons, you definitely know what I'm talking about right there. So I just went ahead, did this to all of the nails. Once I was finished up with that, I did take a buffing block and remove the shine from all of the nails, which I also feel is a very important step to help your product last a lot longer on the nails. I just want to say why I buff the tops of the nails real quick. I buff them to remove the shine. That way when I apply my gel polish or whatever I'm applying, it kind of still again has that etched surface and it like adheres better versus it just popping off because you're leaving the nail tips shiny. So if you are having that trouble, I recommend giving the nails a good buff. That way they get that etched look. After that, I'm just taking my dust brush to remove all of the dust. Very important because you do not want that dust in your manicure. And honestly, I hate the way I feel when dust is on me. The next step I'm doing here is taking my Bellavina base coat, and I am going to be applying a thin layer of this to all of the nails, and then I will cure it in my nail lamp for 30 to 60 seconds. After my base coat is cured, I'm now going in with some white gel polish, and I'm going to be applying a thin layer of this to all of the nails as well. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to do an ombre scrub with dip powder. but you could definitely do this on the clear tips. But personally, I like placing a layer of white gel polish. You can also do a layer of white dip powder or whatever you would like to do, but I feel it is a lot easier to just do it with gel polish. Also, gel polish is thin, so you can apply that thin layer of that white gel polish and make the color pop, versus if you do the ombre scrub on the clear nail tip, you will probably have to do 2 coats of your ombre scrub just because that color won't pop as much as if you put it on a white surface. I feel like this goes for a lot of things. Like if you're doing nail art on a black nail, it would be best to apply a white surface to the nail before you apply your colored design. That way that color will definitely pop on the surface, and that is the reason for me applying the white gel polish. Another pro tip here is if you have any gel polish around your cuticle, before curing, take some acetone in a cleanup brush and just quickly clean that up. I tend to always get some around my cuticle, and doing this has helped so much because you can kind of be a little bit messy, but still just clean that up and the nail looks so good. After I did have that white layer on all of the nails, I did go ahead and cure for 60 seconds in my nail lamp. After curing, here are the nails, and I now am going to go ahead and show the nail colors, the dip powders that I'm going to be using today. This is 243, and I believe it said Pansy for the name. This is a very pretty purple color. We have 641 Mint Julep. This is one of my absolute favorites from Double Dip. I love a minty color, and this one is so beautiful. We have 734 Lemon Jam. This is a very bright yellow, one of my newest colors to my collection, and I love this one so much. It is super bright. We have 644 Blue Baby Shower. This is a very nice soft blue. I also really love this color. And yes, I am using a lot of colors today. I can't wait to show you the finished product of this nail set. Very colorful and bold for spring and summer. We have 726 Boss Woman, which is a nice pink with like purple hues color, like a very bright one. Love that. 693 Spicy Fun, which is a reddish color. I don't really know how to describe this one too much. I feel like it has hues of pink. It's like a pinkish reddish. Really love that one. And then we have 268 Heartstopper, which is a very bright and bold pink. Just look at this color. I thought all these colors would go so perfectly in today's nail set. I wanted to do something fun and colorful, and that is exactly what we are doing today. Starting off with my base coat again, I'm going to be applying it to one of my nails, starting with my index finger here, and I am just applying a thin layer of this to the entire nail, making sure I cover all parts of the nail. It is very important to do that because if you miss an area, it won't have that sticky layer, and then you won't get that ombre scrub in that area. So I'm going to be working with one finger at a time, but you could go in and apply base coat to all of the nails, but I just prefer to work on one finger, especially when I'm doing this many colors and kind of a different thing on each of the nails. After you apply that base coat, you will want to cure it, and I cured for 30 to 60 seconds, and this will leave that sticky and tacky layer. You don't want that wet base coat, you just want the sticky layer that comes after you cure. That is what you will be scrubbing the dip powder into, creating that ombre marble look. And I just love this method so much. It is probably one of my favorite ways to apply and use dip powder. I just love doing this. It is so much fun. You can be so fun, just scrub your color into any area on the nail. You can use another color to kind of make a 3-color. I just love it so much. It's so fun. You can get so creative with it. And this nail here, since I use the blue and the yellow, I will get like some hints of like teal and like a greenish color, and I just think it is so much fun to do. One thing you will want to remember is clean your brush in between each color. I clean my brush, I put a little bit of acetone on a paper towel, gently dip my brush into that, and then like swirl it around in a dry area on the paper towel to clean and also dry the brush at the same time. That is the easiest way I have found to clean my brush when doing this method. Let me know if you have a better way, but honestly that way works for me, and it's able to quickly clean my brush so I can quickly move on to the next color. So when you first start this, you may be wondering like, how are you getting that bold of a color? And really all you want to think about and remember is keep scrubbing that color until you get the color that you are looking for. Another thing, you will also need to use colors that give off a good color payoff. If you choose to use a very light color, you probably aren't going to build that color up as much as if you're using a bold or darker color. As you can see here with that light blue, I really had to scrub that color in, but I was able to scrub it in enough to where I liked it and where I wanted that color to be. Another tip here, I like to go back in and kind of like blend those two colors together. That way I don't have those harsh lines. After that, I did take my dust brush and gently brush away the extra dust. Remember to do that very carefully. You want to remember to do that very carefully because technically the powder is really not cured into anything or dried into anything. So just make sure you brush away the remaining powder gently, and then take a top coat or a base coat even, and take one that you don't love too much or one that you have specifically for this type of nail. That way when you are using it, if you get any of that powder residue on the brush, you aren't putting it into your favorite top coat. So I just have a top coat that I use specifically for when I'm doing nails like this. That way if the top coat gets a little bit of powder in it, I'm not too worried about it. And to also keep my hand from going in and out of that nail lamp a lot, I'm also applying the base coat to the next nail, and I'm going to be curing these for 30 to 60 seconds, and then we will be moving on to the next ombre scrub. So like I've been saying, I wanted to do a very colorful and bold nail set. As you guys probably saw by the thumbnail, I am doing a different like ombre on each of the nails. Even though it's kind of like that same pattern, I didn't really like mix anything up too much, but I definitely did go in with different colors on each of the nails, obviously bringing back some colors just to fit my theme of the stickers that I'm going to be using. But I just love this so much. I loved adding all of the colors in. And again, do not forget to cure your base coat. You don't want your base coat to be uncured. You do want it to be cured. And also do not wipe away that sticky layer the base coat leaves, because that is what you'll be scrubbing your dip powder in. And that's what that dip powder will stick to, allowing it to stay on the nail and just create that ombre scrub. I also want to quickly mention here, don't worry, I'm not wasting the dip powder Obviously, you can say on the cupcake liner there that the pink and the yellow has mixed, so I obviously can't pour it back into the containers, but I will actually be mixing all of the extra dip powder that I have left over into a cupcake liner and then stay for the end to see what that color turns out to be. Honestly, that was pretty fun to do. I'm glad I did that. And then that color that I made, I actually put into a little container and named it like custom. So that was super fun to do, and stay for the end if you want to see what color it turned out to be and the swatch for that. Another pro tip here is you can see that the pink is a very bright color, so it will get on your skin when you're doing this. So what I like to do is, again, just take my cleanup brush and some acetone and wipe that away before I apply my top coat. That way, if I do get a little bit of top coat on my cuticle or my skin, I won't seal in that dip powder. So now I'm just going to be taking that top coat again, applying it to the ombre nail, and then applying my base coat to my ring finger and curing for 30 to 60 seconds in my nail lamp. You can see up in the left-hand corner of the screen my little dip powder mixture. I'm super excited for this. I'm so glad I had the idea of doing this. I always love to try to save my product and not waste my product. And this was so much fun to do. So if you try the ombre scrub and don't know what to do with like your leftover dip powder that you can't put back into the container because it is like mixed with another color, I definitely recommend trying this because it's super fun to see what color you end up with in the end. And here we are again, just doing that same exact thing of the ombre scrub. I don't really want to ramble anymore because I feel like by now I've mentioned a lot where you probably have the gist of things on how to do this. So I am just going to let the rest of the ombre scrub play out. If I do feel like I need to say something or I think about something I want to say, I will hop back on, but I do want to say if you are still watching, thank you so much for making it this far in the video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. I've realized that a lot of my watching viewers are not subscribed to me. So if that is you, please subscribe because it really helps me out a lot. Also, like the video if you are enjoying, and if you are feeling generous, leave a comment below. If you are loving any of the dip powders that I'm using in today's video or wanting to get those liquids that I used in the beginning of the video, don't forget to check the description box because everything that I did and will be using in today's video will be linked down there. I also do have a discount code for Double Dip, which is Brandy20, and that can save you 20% off of their dip powders. I also wanted to mention that their polygel kits, they are having like a little exclusive offer, which you can get 40% off all of their polygel kits with my discount code Brandy40. I will also have that linked below, and some videos up in the cards of me reviewing their polygel kits. I have reviewed every single one of their polygel kits, so if you go to their website, see a polygel kit you like, you can come back to my channel and find that video and watch it to see what nail set I created so you can get some inspiration. But I did want to mention that because if you have been wanting one of their polygel kits, this is definitely an exclusive offer, so make sure you go to their website now and check it out. So here are all of the nails. I'm absolutely loving all of the colors and the ombres. I think these nails are so much fun. I'm now going to be bringing in the Disney Princess stickers, and we are going to be doing a Disney Princess for each of the nails. I'm starting off with Cinderella on the index finger. I just thought that blue and yellow would go so well with her. And honestly, I really love like color coordinating things like this. I did a Powerpuff Girl nail set. I think that was my previous video to this. And I loved doing like the character of the Powerpuff Girl matching the color that they're wearing. So I kind of did like the same thing here. And I just have so much fun doing this. I don't know. I love how the nail set like works together, but it's also so much fun at the same time. So I'm just using my tweezers, picking up the stickers that I want and placing them where I want them on the nail, and then using my finger to rub the sticker and make sure the sticker is stuck on the nail. I'm just going to let this part play out because really I don't feel there's much to talk about, just because I'm taking what sticker I love, putting it on the nail and pressing it down. Super simple. I do want to say that if you do not have stickers and you have troubles with doing nail art, I recommend picking up some stickers. I got all of these stickers from Nail Holiday. They have so many stickers to choose from. Like when I say so many, I mean so many. I also have a discount code with them, which is Brandy15, and you can actually save 15% off your purchase, which is amazing. And if you are anything like me, you probably can never stop buying nail supplies and especially nail decorations. So if you have not checked out Nail Holiday, I definitely recommend it. You will not regret it. There are just so many fun things on that website. After I have all of the nail stickers on, I'm now going to press them down and then apply my Bellavina top coat. I really love this top coat. I say it all the time, but really it is the best top coat. I love how glossy it is, and it is a nice thick consistency, but not hard to apply, but it is really great at encapsulating stickers and just leaving your nails super smooth and super glossy. So it's included in their polygel kit. They do sell it individually on their website though, so you could check that out if you're interested. But I'm just going to be applying the top coat to one of the nails, and then I'm going to be doing some cuticle rhinestones around that cuticle. And I did this before curing the top coat, so I'm just placing those rhinestones into the wet top coat. And then once I like the placement of that, I do a flash cure, and then I move on to the next nail, repeat the same thing. Then once I have all of the nails finished, I will do that full cure for 30 to 60 seconds in my nail lamp. I am trying to pick rhinestones that kind of match the theme of the princess. So for the index finger, which is Cinderella, I did like a light blue rhinestone, and I was just trying to do that with all of the nails, trying to match the rhinestones pretty much with the princess's theme. So you will see that, and I also love that so much because it just gave an extra like bling and some pop and some color. This nail set just had my heart. I loved it so much, and it brings back so many memories. I loved the Disney princesses. Honestly, I can't even pick a favorite. I knew when I was like really little, I used to love Snow White, but like just as I got older, I felt like I loved like all of them, and I loved watching the movies, and this just brings back so many memories. It's so nostalgic, and just let me know if you used to watch the Disney princesses or if you have a favorite princess. Honestly, now I don't know which one I would choose. Probably Belle, just because like she has brown hair. I also have brown hair, but I don't know, because like that little child memory in me just really still loves Snow White. I also really love Ariel. I actually have a cat named Ariel. I don't know if you pronounce it Ariel or Ariel, but I actually used to have a cat named Ariel too, which I think is pretty cool. But yeah, comment below your favorite princess and let me know if this is a very nostalgic nail set to you. After I had the nails cured, I did want to come back to this dip powder. Like I said, I wasn't gonna forget about it. This is definitely something fun. I love doing stuff like this and seeing what custom color it's going to turn out to be. So I did speed this up a little bit, but I just wanted to mix it up pretty good, and then I'm going to be using my double dip base and a swatch stick to swatch the color on the underside, and just taking this dip base, applying it to the underside of the swatch stick, and then I'm going to swatch the powder and just wait until you see what color this is going to be. I mean, obviously you can pretty much see through the cupcake liner, but I was so surprised with how pretty it looked on the swatch stick. Like, I was kind of in love with this color. Like, I was honestly genuinely surprised that this is the color it came out to be from all of the colors I used. Like, it's like a very pretty like orange, kind of giving off some nude vibes. I really love this color. Give the video a like if you also like that color. But here are the nails. I'm loving that Snow White nail. We have the Double Dip Cuticle Oil. I'm going to be applying this to my cuticles and rubbing it in to nourish them and top off the nail set as always, of course. And I really love this cuticle oil. It's very hydrating, and honestly, I love the smell of it. It's not like a very strong cuticle oil, but it still smells very nice and honestly a little bit calming to me. I really like it, very nourishing, and I love applying the cuticle oil. It just tops off the nail set, brings everything together, and it is also very important to always apply your cuticle oil. But here is how the nail set is looking. I'm so in love with this nail set, very nostalgic for me, and I just love how each and every nail is different, but they all go so well together, having that Disney princess and ombre theme. I really love it. A super easy nail set. Don't forget, I will have all of the products I use linked in the description box. And also, I do have that discount code Brandy20, so you can save 20% off anything that you purchase on the Double Dip website. I really loved doing this ombre scrub. Let me know if you try this out. Also tag me on Instagram if you recreate this nail set or just do an ombre scrub in general. But as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.